team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Volunteers will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's White. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. The Gamecocks racing to the line in a hurry up.
And the offense showing off this short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Makes the grab. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. A first down for the offense. Give to the running back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab on the left. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. On target. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the back. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
And the Vols with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Grab behind the line, it's Thomas. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back.
What a great job by this defense. You get 3rd down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, 4th down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Touchdown, South Carolina! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. They'll run it to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down. And the Volunteers in the hurry-up. And this big orange offense getting it done in the passing game.
And great execution by the quarterback. And when you think about Tennessee offense, man, when they got their trigger man, and they've had some great ones, Peyton Manning, T. Martin, Hendon Hooker had an unbelievable run. They find that guy, man, their offenses have been so hard to stop.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Thomas. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30. It's 3rd and short. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds him out of the backfield. At the 45 on its way. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The Vols are moving quickly down the field. Gives it to the back on the draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, you have to find a way to create some hesitation on defense when you're selling the draw play, and they just didn't do it well enough there.
Yeah, it's got to be the offensive line and the quarterback and the running back. They all have to work together to show pass set up front, act like it's a throw for the quarterback, not rush it, but the defense clearly not fooled, got in the backfield, got the tackle for a loss.
Finds the tight end. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Got a man. It's Beard. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. The choke plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Volunteers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So after the break, they'll go back to work.
Get set.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Caught in the backfield, it's Jefferson. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Pocket breaking down. Touchdown, Volunteers! Quick strike through the air for the score. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Pulls it in. It's White. Brings into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's White.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Gamecocks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Using his legs at swipe. Ball is loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Right on the money. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him. B, getting it to him quickly. And then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense. Great.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll move the tight end. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach, watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. And that's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're able to find a way to start running it. So if you can't do it with your running backs, you got to think about QB runs, jet sweeps. You got to find ways to have balance and be able to get it done on the ground.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Finds his man. It's Jefferson. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He's turning it loose into the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Handoff from the shotgun.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Hauls it in. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10.
defense did a good job stringing that play along, and you could tell he didn't make a decision quickly and kept going towards the sideline and pushing towards his right, and then the defense caught up, played great D, and got him on the ground.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Corner's going to give them room. Got it in the middle. It's White. Got some room. Head to the goal line. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And here's the return. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Buys a little extra time. He'll try to do it himself. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You don't get very many opportunities to finish the play with a quarterback. A lot of times they're protected so well nowadays, but when he's a ball carrier, it's fair game, and what a great job bringing the wood.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the Vols are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Volunteers want to move quickly. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Looking deep down the right side. Catch and stride inside the 15. The officials throw. Flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. The screen, he's got wheels. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, we're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. So a drive there of 84 yards. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. The returner will field it and bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to throw on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
One more snap coming before halftime. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Gamecocks will boot it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to it. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
That's caught. It's Garcia. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. They'll run for it. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your 2-possession lead.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. That's such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking for a crease, it's White. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And that is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the miss, make rate, and listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
So here is the Tennessee offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find their balance.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense has it. They're on the move. Touchdown, South Carolina. The defense putting points on the...
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you. They knock it out. You got to do a better job next time of keeping 2 hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Clemson is currently ahead early right now in Death Valley, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 11 over Arkansas State. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. To the air on 1st down. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Here he goes breaking the pocket. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Vols come to the line in the hurry-up. A terrific throw that time. And when you play quarterback here, there's a pretty rich legacy to try to live up to.
And just finding that guy that just makes it look easy. I think the Vols fans will really appreciate that when a guy that can push it down the field.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Vols! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And after that last score, this is just a two-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Catch in the middle, it's Clark. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. Grab behind the line. It's White. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up the first down. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Because there wasn't great anticipation by the QB throwing that in route against zone coverage, the DBs were able to rally to the football and knock it away.
So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Caught over the middle, it's Davis. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good.
That makes the score. South Carolina, 42.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Tennessee Big Orange offense on the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Send the tight end in motion. On 4th down, going to the air. Throws for the tight end. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Taking it the other way.
The defense thought in this game they were going to have an opportunity to pick some passes off, and what a great job. Down deep in the opponent's territory, he jumps the route, he intercepts it, and returns it now inside the 5-yard line, setting his offense up in beautiful field position.
And the offense is out on the field with a 1st and goal. From the gun. Here's the pressure. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Fired in from the red zone for the score. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
49, Tennessee, 21.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. He'll start this drive firing. Oh, they're after him. Hit as he throws. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Lead Takes it with the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep going for it all. Touchdown, South Carolina! And they take it in for 6 more points. If these guys wanted to make a statement, the statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Notre Dame is getting worked right now in their own dojo. We've seen this team in a lot of big spots over the years, but I can't think of a worse beatdown. They're trailing by 27 to Arizona State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll go to the toss. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. The Volunteers are in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Keeps looking downfield. Fires on the move. Got his man on the right. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And the pressure gets to the quarterback. Down he goes, but that penalty marker sitting right at the line of scrimmage might be offsides against the defense. And the Vols in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz. But because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Wants to throw it. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Here comes the heat. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll leave it with him. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that 1st down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. There he goes. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Davis. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. He threw a couple of costly interceptions in that loss last week, but a really good job to take care of the football in this one.
And Reese, at that position, you better have a short-term memory, right? Quarterbacks have to forget about it, move on, forget the mistakes. Nice job putting that behind him last week. Coming out today, putting together a great performance for his team.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
63, Tennessee 21.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, and not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on first down. Dances away to buy time. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Brings it in down the left side. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got it.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together. Maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. To the air on second down. Moving away from pressure. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Rushes on him. He'll throw it. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can.
A shot toward the end zone. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous part of it. A late touchdown.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know, next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
And they did tack on the extra point. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.